Good morning. I'm Paul, and welcome to Gus's Gaming Table. Today I will be playing a game of CFL football using 49 Quick Decks football. This particular game is week 3 of the 1982 CFL season. Our visitors are going to be the Edmonton Eskimos, who sit at 1-1 in the standings. And they're visiting the BC Lions, who sit at 1 win, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Edmonton will be getting the kickoff to start the game. As you can see, I have the Quick Decks action cards, results cards. I have the field, and I also have the play style of the both teams. I don't usually use the field anymore. I actually am using off to the side the Pro Football Helper Canadian Football League version. I find it's really helpful with downs and stat keeping and stuff like that. So I use 5 dice when I play this game. The orange will signify BC, the green is Edmonton, the white is the player indicator. The yellow and the blue will come into play when necessary for like pass rushing, punt, block punts, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's play some football. All right, the kicker is Louis Pasaglia. He's going to step up to the 35-yard line and kick off. I've rolled a 10, which is a 48, but it's a -1, so it's actually going to go 47 yards. Now this is not a tutorial, this is just how I play. There is actually things I might be doing wrong here, but that's okay. And the return is going to be by Kehoe for the Eskimos. It's an 11, so an 11 on here is a 24-yard return. So let's put that into our helper. All right, Kehoe, it's at 24 yards. Kickoffs, we're using the normal time kicking, and a kickoff to start the half is 15 seconds. All right, so he's going to kick it to the 28, and he's going to return it 24 yards. And that brings it up to the 52-yard line, so it's a pretty good start to the game for the visitors from Edmonton. All right, Edmonton in this game has a offense that is a pass more aggressive, whereas the BC is pass more conservative. Occasionally I do forget to switch these, but in the CFL, they pass so much, I don't know if that really matters. All right, always flip my first game, always flip the game action card first before I roll to see what's going to happen. So we can tell right off the bat, it looks like there could be a penalty. There's a penalty of 12 plus. Each team does have a penalty rating of 16. And after the play, we're going to see what happens, if we take the penalty or not. All right, so Edmonton is a 17. They're going to do a medium pass. And they are going to throw it to number 17, who is Neil Lumsden. He's got a rating of 66. We have no indicators here that the passing, there's no rush, no interceptions, no checkdowns, anything like that, no fumbles. Looking at the results card, it is a catch, a successful catch. His rating is a 43. So we flip a second card, and we have a reception of 5.5. Because the helper does not allow for half yards, I always round up to 6. And that's going to be a 6-yard gain. Takes off 40 seconds off the clock. That brings up 2nd and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are at the 52-yard line of BC. So we have to take off 40 seconds from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, because we forgot to move the clock ahead after the kickoff. So 14 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. All right, so let's see what we have here. All right, the quarterback is going to fumble. Let's see what we got here. Again, this is how I interpret things. You might interpret them a little bit differently. Fumble, 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 fumble. Okay. So we know that Moon's going to fumble. But beforehand, what I do is I want to see what the play would have been, because I put that into the helper. So it would have been an intermediate pass to Waddle Smith, but he did fumble. Actually, we're going to see if he did fumble. I rolled a 13. His fumble rating is a 1 to 3, so he did not fumble. So we're going to go ahead with the play. It's a +5 on a 63. That's a 68. Oh, wrong defense, pressure. We're still in intermediate, so nothing there. So it's a 68. A 68 is a completed pass. He's a 47, -5 for passing yards. So it's a 42, and it's a successful pass of 8 yards to Waddle Smith, and that's a first down. And again, that's going to be another 40 seconds. Nope, another 35 seconds, excuse me, on the clock. But he did step out of bounds right there in orange. So you take off 5 seconds. So it's a 30-second clock incremental. Let me just fix my helper, because I had Smith going to Waddle by accident. All right. So we're up to the 44-yard line. Take off 35 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So there's 13 minutes and 35 seconds in this game. It's 1st and 10 for the Eskimos. They are driving. A 5 is an off tackle, and it's going to go to the 12, who is Neil Lumsden. He does it all, it seems. We're going to have another penalty for the North. He was off tackle. He does not have a modifier on the run OT. So let's flip the card. It is a 37, and a 37 is no gain. It's 0 yards, but let's see what the penalty is. Penalty, running offense, illegal formation, 5 yards. Okay, so I find this funny because it's a CFL. I don't know how they would have if you ever see a CFL game and they're running in all kinds of directions. I don't know how they have an illegal formation, but maybe something else has gone down. So for a penalty, it's 5 yards back for Edmonton. For the timing, penalties accepted are 20 yards. So that brings up 1st and 15. And we're back down to the 49-yard line. And we go ahead 20 seconds. So we're now at 13-15. All right, so for this one, we're going to, if it's a passing play, there's going to be pressure on the quarterback. The pass rush of BC is a +3, and we're going to add that to the 1 to 6 for moon sack range, and I'm going to use the orange die to determine that. First off, we have they're going to go deep, and who are they looking for on a deep pass? They are looking for Mike Levinseller. There's pressure on the quarterback. It is a 2, so they have gotten to the quarterback. I'm going to roll my blue die to see what happened to Moon. It's a 12. 12 is a pass. Up here, it's -8. So in my world, that 34 has become a 24, but there's also a check down for longer and deep. So let me roll my white die to indicate who the check down goes to. That's going to go to Germany, who's a 76. When you do check down, you always go to short. So 76 minus 10 for the check down, minus 8 for the pass, so that's minus 18. 76 minus 18 becomes a 58. Let's see what we have going on. Oh, he did catch it. Now, Jim Germany, as I start my helper, has 21. We look over here, we flip a card. We would look at 21, it says a 3, but over here the passing yard says plus 20. So that 21 becomes a 41, and that is a 6-yard gain. He did not go out of bounds. It's a short pass because of the check down. That's 35 seconds. That'll bring up 2nd and 9. And we have 12:40. Okay. All right. So we have a possibility of a fumble on a run, which is probably not going to happen because it's an inside draw. And when I see inside draw, I just do inside here because I'm not really sure what else it would be. There's a chance for a interception on an intermediate or longer pass. Also, if there's a run, this is fine. There's a run stuff and a fumble. Wow, that would be interesting. All right, we got a 12. 12 is medium. Medium going to 62. Tommy Scott. There's minus 20 on the passing, so Tommy Scott 62 becomes a 42. There's a chance of an interception later too. We have a P. P means that there's a possible chance for a deflection. I've rolled my 20. I rolled a 9 for BC. The pass deflection is 1 to 12, so the pass did not go through. It was deflected by the defensive back. So in the helper, I set it up so Moons tries to throw to Scott. There's incompletion. For an incomplete medium, it's 25 seconds. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. I'm sorry, I don't always remember to move these things at the top either. All right, so it's so they're at the 43. A little too far for a field goal. Their kicker, it's a 1 to 11, but it would be a 51, so it's a 1 to 8. We're going to bring in the punter, and we're going to see if we can get a rouge out of this play. We're going to have a penalty too, possibly on the kick. So we are at the, I said the 43. All right. And we have 12:15 to go in the game. All right. You can see why I like the helper, because I just base on some of this stuff. All right. So his punt is a 12. His 12 is 12. 42 yards. He's a punt. Punter is, who's our punter? Hank Isaac. All right, so he punts it. It goes all the way to the 1 yard line. There's not going to be a rouge. I rolled the punt range, punt returner in range. It was a 12 and a 17. 12 and 17, that's Hayes for 11 yards. Oh, but we also have a penalty. So let's move Hayes. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not Hayes. It is. What did we say? 12. 12 is for 13 yards. Okay. And the time is 20 seconds. All right, so they will have it at the 14. Let's see what the penalty is. All right, on the penalty, kicking, illegal block, 10 yards from the point of the infraction. So I'm going to say the point of infraction was where he got tackled. I try to keep this simple for myself, which is probably wrong, so we'll move him back to the 4 yard line. As I update the helper. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the BC Lions as they come out on the field. Their quarterback is Roy DeWalt. They had a record of 9-7 in real life. The pass rush of Edmonton is +3. The interception is a +4. All right, so let's see what we have to work with here. All right, so we have some modifiers for running or passing. Nothing's major going on with pass rush or interceptions. And we have a 3. Now a 3 is an inside run to number 8, who is Larry Key. He's a 50. So that 50 becomes a 62, and the 62 is a 4-yard gain. He did not go out of bounds. So it's a 35-second increment. That brings us up to the 8-yard line. In 11:20, it is now 2nd and 6. Here's a possibility of a fumble on a run, a reception or return. We roll a 2, which is on a 2nd and 6. Right, that is an outside run. 2, Key again, and he's a 48. What else we got going? Outside run, it's a -15. So -15, that's a 33. A 33 is a 3-yard run. His fumble rating is 1-3. I rolled a 7 when I made the call on the play. So that's outside of the range. So he's going to be not giving up the ball. You know, what did we say he ran? He ran 3 yards. Again, that's another 35 seconds off the clock. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3 from the 11. And that gives us, 10:45 on the clock. And just like that, the punting team comes out onto the field for BC. Okay. Let's flip our card. Fumble, bad snap, pressure all defense. I believe pressure all defense. It's different for the NFL and the CFL, and I actually have to look at this one because I never remember it. Pressure all defense, pressure all for CFL. So there's a possibility of a punt block. I can tell you that when I was playing a game yesterday or 2 days ago, I had 2 punt blocks in the first quarter, one from each team. And one of them actually got returned for a touchdown. All right, so it's a 10. The punt block would have been a 1 or a 2. So nothing happened. So let's see. 17 is a punt of 45 yards. So the punter is Louis again. So it's 45 yards. It's going to take it up to the 54. Now, return man's going to be, now it's Hayes. He's got a 4, and he gets 2 yards. All right, Hayes, 2 yards. 20 seconds off the clock. Did not run out of bounds. Okay, so it's back on. So when he punted it, it crossed the halfway. Landed on the 54 of Edmonton. Hayes returned to 2 yards, and now it's on the 54-yard line of BC here in the first quarter. There's 10:25 to go. We flip our card. There's going to be a penalty. If there's a pass, we're also going to see possible pressure on the quarterback. The running back, if he gets it, he's going to probably not going to go far if he gets anywhere, right? Pass more aggressive. And that's a 19, so he's going to air it out. That's a long 2. 53, Waddle Smith again. We have a 10 on the pass rush. The rush of BC is 1-12, so Moon is going to have to scramble. I rolled a 9, and the 9 on Moon is, all right, so it's a pass. He loses 8 on it, so the 53 becomes a 45. The 40, oh, and he caught it, but there's a -3 on passing yards. Oh boy, so Smith has got a 104. This is going to be a long game. Wrong card, Francis. 27 yards. But let's see what the penalty is first. Penalty, passing, intentional grounding if incomplete in the north. So if you're playing this game, if you see this -N, it means it's north specific. But there was no grounding because it was a complete pass. So Moon finds Waddle Smith for a very nice 27-yard gain. That's going to take off 40 seconds off the clock. And that's going to bring it down to the 27-yard line. And that will give us 9 minutes and 45 seconds. And that's why I like the helper, because of stuff like that. All right, so first and 10 again. Eskimos are driving. We have pass pressure on intermediate passing. The fumble says team equals forced fumble. We don't have any teams with forced fumble here, so I don't pay attention to that. We have a 17, so he's going to do a medium pass over to Brian Fryer. There's no modifiers for passing. CP is, we're going to roll this 12-sided die against Edmonton's defensive pass. It's up to 6, so anything below 6, they deflect. Anything above 6, it's successful. And it's an 8, so it's good. And what did we say? He's a 72 plus 5, that's a 77. And that is 77. A plus, remember, it's how I play the game. A plus, that's a 21-yard pass. So Moon to, who do we say? Brian Fryer. And again, that is 40 seconds off the clock. And that is going to bring it down to the 6-yard line. And it's first and goal to go for the Edmonton Eskimos here on the road in the first quarter. 9 minutes, 5 seconds to go. Moon breaks the huddle. Uh-oh, we got a possibility of a fumble on a run. So first and 6, I'm going to use the 0 to 5.5 column since they are in so close. What's that? A 1 is inside. 2, Germany. Now his is a 1 to 3. Holy cow. Okay. All right, let's see, what did he do? Germany is 50, what's he? 59, 47. 47 is 4.5. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, he did fumble, but because how I interpret it, because he went 5 yards and it was first and 6. Oh, there's possibility of a fumble. Okay, my bad. What did we say he was? A 59, 47. 47 is 5. All right, he's going to run 5 yards. But he's going to fumble it because we got a 3. And let's roll the dice to see if he recovers it. A 20 is, no, we did not recover it. Holy cow. All right. So he fumbled it. You get to the 1-yard line. He fumbles it. We're going to flip the chart here. We're going to roll to see who recovered the fumble and how far they went. All right, so I use the sacks here. You don't have to. You can use whoever you want if you keep track of this. That would be James Parker. I rolled it a 9. And their fumble return is 0 yards. So, wow. Wow. Amazing. Oh, let's redo that. One nice thing is I like about this, the football helper is it allows you to back out the last play. And I have to give Dave Gardner credit because he has some really good videos about this. I found it really helpful how he explained a lot of this stuff that I probably wouldn't have picked up on right away. We said it was. So, BC pulls off a miracle of sorts here. They force the fumble. They recover the fumble, and they have their ball at the 1 yard line. We have 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And, wow. I love it when stuff like this happens because it doesn't happen much in football, but it does, and I appreciate that and what Grant has brought to the game. Okay, let's see. Pressure all defense, -5, -20. Okay. We are going to do a 3. It's an inside run 2. John White, who's a 57. A 57. There's nothing there for inside. 57 is an 8 yard run. So John White runs 8 yards. And then the helper, he's John Henry White. And that is 35 seconds, unless he ran out of bounds. He did go out of bounds, so let's take off 30 seconds off the clock. So 2nd and 2 from the 9. And we took off 30 seconds, so that gives us 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 2. Flip our card. We do have an odd play, but I don't usually play with odd plays. Still feel like I'm learning the game somewhat. There's no other modifiers really, so we have an inside run again. And this time they're going to hand it off to Larry Key. No modifiers, so Larry is a 50, and a 50 is an A. An A run is 13 yards. So Key with a big run, 13 yards. That takes off 40 seconds off the clock. He did not step out of bounds, and the Lions are successfully getting themselves out of danger here. We're up to the 22 yard line now. 1st and 10, 7:20 to go, first quarter. All right, so we have possibility of pressure, possibility of an interception, and if the Lions want to run outside, they're getting stuffed. Okay, what did they do? Off tackle 2. Larry Keegan, he's a 45. There's no modifiers on the off tackle. And we said he's a 45. A 45 is a 4 yard run. That takes off 35 seconds off the clock. And that will bring it up to this 26 yard line. We got 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, okay. We got some run modifiers and 1 passing yard modifier. 2nd and 6, good chance we're going to see a pass here. 17, okay, medium, 14. DeWalt is looking for Ty Gray. We have an 18, so we didn't have any pass modifiers really in there for rush or interception. Let's see what we got here. He's a C for 60. It's a completed pass. There's a 10 on passing yards. Go to the 62, which becomes a 72, and that is a 13 yard pass play from DeWalt to Gray. And that's another first down. And that's 40 seconds off the clock. That's going to bring us up to the 39. 1st and 10. And we have 6:05 to go. All right. Okay. Good deal. Pressure. Quarterback. Okay. So any pass, attempted pass here by DeWalt, we'll see possibility of pressure. Let's see. We rolled a 13, so he's going to do an intermediate. 2, and I rolled a 1, so he's looking for Hernandez. I rolled a 16. The pass rush of Edmonton is 1 to 12, so the pass rush does not get to him. Fernandez is a 67. A 67 is a P, which is possibility of a deflection. I'm going to take my blue die. The pass deflection range for Edmonton is 1 to 13. And it's an 18, so it's an incomplete pass. And incomplete pass on an intermediate is, that is a 25, no, excuse me, it's a 22nd increment in the clock. So now we're up to 5:45, and it's 2nd and 10. So the even the Lions stall here, they did a really good job of getting out of harm's way, so to speak. Okay, so we have the possibility of the penalty coming up. 2nd and 10. We have a 10, a medium pass to 61. That is Ricky Ellis. And what do we got here? A 19, doesn't matter. 61 is completion. No passing yards incremented. So 77 is 16 yards. I'm going to put that here so I can remember it. Let's go to the penalty. Oh, wow. Roughing the passer. So let's do that. Let's move the ball forward. Ricky Ellis, we said. So pass. Ray Ellis. That is 16 yards. He did step out of bounds, so it would have been 4. Would have been 40? Yeah, it would have been 40 for the completed medium pass, but since he stepped out of bounds, it's 35. All right, that brings us up to the halfway feet marker. It's going to be a first down, but we're also going to see a 15-yard penalty on the Eskimos for roughing the passer. Let me just update my football helper. Roughing the passer, okay. On the 40, 55, yep, 40-yard line, okay. And we have 5:10 to go in the quarter. What a great drive by BC right here. Their home fans are going crazy. All right, we got a 6. A 6 on our 1st and 10 is a stretch. Stretch is a 20. That's the runner. And that will go to Don Tyler, who's a 48. And did I do that? 48. 48 on a stretch. We have 3, 51. 51's plus 2. Oh, goody. 4.5 die. So what you do on this right here is 4.5D. You take your D12. You're going to roll it against their defensive run, which is an 8. So anything that's 8 and lower, the defense kind of stops him in his tracks. Anything up and above, he will get the 5 yards. I rolled a 2. So looking at Grant's rules, you go back 3 to the left. 1, 2. So he got a 2-yard gain. That was Don Taylor. And that's going to be 35 seconds off the clock. 4:35. 1, 2. So it's 2nd and 8 from the 38. Oh, busy card. Okay. We have possibility of pressure, a check down, and a fumble. We have an 8, which is intermediate. He's going to throw it to try and find Harry Holt. Okay. First up, let's press all quarterbacks. So the quarterback, how you would do, you do that is you take this pass rating, pass rusher 3, you add it to the sack rating of the quarterback, which is now 1 to 7. I rolled a 1, so he is they've gotten to him. And let's see what they're going to do. I rolled a 14, which is the quarterback runs. He's going to get an 18, which is a 46 for outside. I look over here. He did not have any kind of modifiers. Okay. What did we say that was? A 46? Now, a 46-yard run is 4 yards, but we also have to take the fumble into account. His fumble range is 1 to 6. We rolled an 11, so he did not fumble. So 6 yards for DeWalt. When the quarterback scrambles and runs, it's 40 seconds. He did not step out of bounds. The fumble did not come into play either. And that is going to bring up, let me see, 46. Oh, 4 yards. Okay. That's 6-4. Okay. That brings up 3rd and 4. It's also at the 34. Okay. Let's look at the BC kicker for 41 yards. Lou is 1-13. All right. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see what he does. I'll take my die. There's no penalties, no block kicks here. And here's, oh, he missed 17, but we get to re-roll. And if it's 1-4, it will be good. And I rolled a 5, and he just missed it. All right, so let's go to the football helper. Let's see. All right, 41 yards is no good. He goes to the end zone for a rouge. And that's what we're going to do. He's going to give up the rouge here. And that's 1 point to Edmonton. No, was Edmonton? No, it's 1 point to BC, sorry. For field goals, it's 20 seconds. Yeah, right. Oh. So BC is going up 1-0. I love the rouge. I think it's a great part of the game. Okay, so because it's a rouge, there's no kickoff. Edmonton takes over at their own 35. 1st and 10. Warren Moon leads the troops out of the huddle. How's he doing so far? He's 2 of 3 for 29 yards. No, I'm sorry. He's 5 of 6 for 68 yards. DeWalt is 2 of 3 for 29 yards. Edmonton has ran the ball once for 5 yards, whereas BC has kept the ball on the ground quite a bit. They've ran 7 times for 38 yards. We have 3 first downs for Edmonton, 4 first downs for the home squad. We are 3:35 in the first quarter. All right, so we're going to have possibility of pressure on the quarterback and a possibility of an interception. All right, we have a 14. That is a medium pass to 18. Who's 18 on this? That's Neil Lumsden. Let's move this up so you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, well, we got pressure on the quarterback. I rolled a 14. The pass rush of BC is 1-12, so he escapes the pass rush. Let's see if he is in completion or not. Okay, 66, incomplete. All right, very good. What we're going to do now is we're going to see if Moon actually still throws the interception. His range is 1-4, 17, incomplete pass. So Moon, Lumsden, incomplete. That was an intermediate pass. We take off 20 seconds. 2nd and 10. See if I can give you guys a little bit more better view of my stuff down here. All right, 2nd and 10. Pass more aggressive. All right, flip our card. Doesn't look like much is going to happen except for some running modifiers. 15 is he's going to go long. He's looking for Waddle Smith, who's a 53. A 53. Oh, we have the star. And so as I interpret it, Waddle Smith needs to have one of the pluses or the star next to his name. He does not, so it's an incomplete pass. There's no chance of an interception. There's no modifier, so it stayed at 54. And Waddle Smith, incomplete. Our longer passes, when they're unsuccessful, it's a 25-second countdown. We have 3rd and 10. We have 2:50 to go in the quarter, and they're going to punt. All right. Out comes their punter. We flip to see if there's anything here. Nothing. All right. All right. His punt is a 12, and a 12 is, well, there's 0 here. He's going to go 47 yards, which will take it down to, kicker, down to the 28. The return man is going to be Hayes. He's got a 15, and a 15 is 9 yards. All right. Hayes returns at 9 yards. Hayes returns at 9 yards. Where's Hayes and my returners? See, this is where I did it again. I got the wrong team. 15. Sorry about that. Ford. Yeah, Ford 10 yards. Okay, a little bit better. Still 20 seconds. And I'll bring up the ball's at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10 for the home squad. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Thought we'd have a little bit more scoring here than one Lonely Rouge, but that's what we have. And we have pass more conservative. Okay. Ooh, busy card. We have pressure, possibility, check down, and a possibility of a fumble. All right, they are going to do a 9, which is a screen pass. Oh, nice. Screen pass over to Ty Gray. He's a 74. The pressure and the check down don't come into play. Now that is a completed pass. He is a, what is he, a 19? He's 19. Minus 8 with 11. So an 11 is, it's going to be a 2-yard completion. Now his fumble rating is 1 to 7. I rolled a 7. I'm going to take my other, my blue die, and let's see if they hold on to the ball. 1 to 11. 13. He fumbles it. Wow. All right, so we have DeWalt, Gray, 2 yards. He fumbles. Edmonton recovers. Continue. All right, this is cool. All right, so let's flip our card. We do have to figure out who might have recovered it. I'm going to roll my green die. It's a 16. I'm going to look at the sack one. So let's go with Kepley. It's the recover guy. Find him on the football helper roster. Hopefully they've inputted him. He was a linebacker. I roll my white die, and I look at the fumble return column. It's a 5. 1, 2, 3, and he didn't go anywhere, but they got the ball back. That's the important part, and it's a fumble. Fumbles are, let's see, we're going to go 35 seconds just because there's nothing in the timing for fumbles, I don't think. Nope. Okay. So, Edmonton has taken over the ball at the 40-yard line. There's 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Let's see what Warren Moon can do when he has the ball back. All right, pass more aggressive is on the field. Let's make sure we can put it up here. And we'll put you over here. Actually, maybe we should just put you guys here so you can see it better. All right, flip our card. Run stuff. Ooh, cool. The passing could be really interesting as we have a, not a check down, but he's kind of a check down. He looks for a different receiver, but we're going to add 10 to the possibility of a completed pass. 7. But nope, we're going to do a run. Stretch to 16. That is Sean Cahoe. He's a 49. And, oh, we got a run stuff. So with the run stuff, you take your D10. You're going to roll it. I rolled a 4. Then you take your run stuff chart right here. Roll to 4, stretch, so it's a 2-yard loss. Not the way they wanted to get things started with this drive. Let's see if we actually have Sean Cahoe here on my, oh, there he is. -2. Sometimes with the football helper, you don't see it so much in the the NFL, but the CFL one, you can. Some players are missing. So, but I should say this: like how he's the runner, he's not listed with runners. I had to find him listed with the kick returners, which I can understand. He's really not that big of a offensive weapon on this squad. So, anyways, we have 2nd and 12, 42. We have 1:20 to go in the first quarter. It's 2nd and 12. What do we got going on here? We have pressure and possibility of a good run, but there's no running. So get ready to see them come after the quarterback. It's a +2 on the quarterback rating. Their rush is a 3, so it becomes a 5, 1 to 5, 1 to... So anything in 8 is a possibility of the quarterback having to scramble. All right, 5. Medium. 16. He's looking for Mike Levenseller. I rolled a 5. That's in his range. Take my blue die. What we got? He got a 10. He's got to pass it. He's a -8. That becomes a 54. And the 54 is good. There's no additional passing yardages. So that's 67. It's a successful pass of 9.5. At the last second, he stretches out and he gets 10 yards. All right. But not a first down. And he did not step out of bounds, so it's 40 seconds. And what we got here? So it's 3rd and 2 from the 32. 3rd down, 3rd and 2. 40 seconds gone in the first quarter. What will Edmonton do? Their kicker is a 1 to 12 from 39 yards. But you know what? We're going to go for it. What we got going on here? Oh, so if he runs it, it's probably a good chance they're going to go forward. Oh, by the way, so I don't know if you see this, but on the chart right over in this area, if you want to do a quarterback sneak, you can. You roll your D20 and it'll tell you what happens. But we're not going to do that. We're going to run it. And we got 16. Oh, they're going to pass it. Intermediate. What's that? 19. Intermediate to 19. So they're looking for Kehoe again. It's a +2 for the pass rush. So their pass rush was, what is it? It's like 1 to 12 comes 1 to 14. I rolled a 16. So the pass is going to get off 66. Oh, excuse me, 76 because I got a +10 there. 20 yards. Nice pass. Nice job, Warren Moon. 20-yard pass. He stepped out of bounds. So that makes it 35 seconds. And it's first down at the 12-yard line with 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. All right. So it was a good thing they went for it. All right, so looks like we have a few modifiers here on what could happen. We've got a 3. What's he get? 3. 3 is an inside run. Inside run to 17. They're going to give it back to Kehoe. He's got a 52, but this modifier of -8 makes it a 44. And a 44, oh, it's an A run. He's got a touchdown. 13 yards. Run. Kehoe. So the strong Kehoe show here in the last seconds of the game. Excuse me, last seconds of this first quarter. And that's a touchdown. Edmonton goes on the board. All right, let's flip it. Let's kick the extra point. And it's good. All right, PT Cutler. Just inputting it into the football helper. It's good. And after 1 quarter, it is Edmonton 7, British Columbia 1. And that's me playing the first quarter of 49 Quick Dex Football, Canadian 1982 season, Week 3, Boston College, British Columbia hosting Edmonton. I'm going to put in the comments where you can find Grant's really good game. I'm going to list where you can find the Football Helper. And if you do download any of this stuff, I recommend that you check out Dave Gardner from Digital to Diamond. He plays some 49. He does the NFL. He does a very nice couple videos about the Football Helper. And let me tell you, there's also a really good gamer on YouTube who plays the CFL, and I will put his in there too. CFL 49. That goes by the name of Glitches Games, Rob G. I've watched his videos a couple times because they've been just so helpful. So anyways, I'm Paul. It is a Friday morning. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw here. And like I said, I hope you want to check out more of Grant's game. Bye.